At what point does protecting your child from humiliation override the promise you made to protect someone else's feeling? My son begged me not to come to career day. He was specific about it. Clear, passionate even. I heard every word he said and showed up anyway because I did not want him to be the only kid without a parent there. I wore my best outfit. Not a suit, but I looked decent. I felt reasonably confident walking through the school doors. Then I stepped into the classroom and immediately understood my son's concern. Every single parent was dressed like they were attending a board meeting at a Fortune 500 company. Suit, ties, watches that cost more than my car. I looked like I had taken a wrong turn on my way to fix something underground. I decided to stay confident anyway. I was not the first to go. I stood near the back and listened as parents introduced themselves one by one. Therapist, pilot. The bar was being set at a considerable height, and it was my turn. Before I could open my mouth, a kid in the front row, let's call him Kai, looked me up and down and announced to the entire room, "Is he a guest speaker or a janitor?" The class laughed. I kept my composure. Then he pointed at my wrist. "That watch is from Walmart." "It is from Walmart," I said honestly. "My dad gave it to me when I was a kid." Kai's eyes lit up like I had handed him exactly what he needed. "Exactly," he said louder now. "You look like the kind of guy who still wears a Walmart watch. You bum." I glanced over at my son Nolan. He had both hands over his face and appeared to be attempting to physically merge with his desk. I cleared my throat and began my introduction. "I am a sewer maintenance worker. We do the dirty and difficult work that nobody else wants to do. The work that keeps this entire city functioning properly without anyone ever thinking about it." Kai cupped his hands around his mouth. "Sewer worker? Is that where you found Nolan?" The room erupted, and I watched my son's eyes fill with tears. Something in me shifted. Before career day, Nolan had pulled me aside and told me quietly that Kai did not have a father, and that I should avoid bringing it up under any circumstances. He made me promise to be the bigger person. I thought about that promise for approximately 2 seconds. Then I looked directly at Kai and said, "At least Nolan has a father who loves him and shows up. Yours left never look back." I let that land, then I added, "And honestly, I don't blame him. You're the first kid I have ever met that I'd hold responsible for a divorce." The room went completely silent. I straightened my Walmart watch, thanked the class for their time, and walked out with my head held high. Was it the right thing to do? Probably not. But Kai had a lot to say for someone whose own father had nothing to say at all. If you gasped, cringed, and then slowly started nodding, subscribe. New stories every week, and they only get better. Hit that button.